Malachi, y'all, to the Foolish Show. Get some popcorn ready. I want you to enjoy yourself. Let's take a trip down South Florida. Let's get it. We about to drop. Headed to the top.
It's about that time, y'all.
I want to be great like a shark.
We're going to act a fool tonight, man.
I gotta leave my mark. We about to drop. Headed to the top. I want to be great.
Yeah, everybody a little time to go ahead and check in. We're going to have a good time tonight, y'all.
What's my name? Foolish. Make it clear. Always repping the city. Make them say, yeah. Independent, but I'm still winning. Just getting started. No, I ain't finished. Music in your city. Music in your hood. Turn me up loud. I make you feel good. I respect anybody getting a check. Grinding hard online. I call it Craig. Straight from FL.
Y'all know how we get down on the Foolish Show, man. This is the hottest new podcast show. We bring everybody on. Let everybody get their shine on. We're going to give everybody their flowers while they living. We got some special guests coming through. Sensational Saturdays on the Foolish Show, y'all. Go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Share it with everybody. Share it with your friends, your family, your baby mama, your side chicks, your uncle, your cousins.
Headed to the top. I want to be great like a shark.
We're going to go in tonight, y'all. The live chat is wide open.
Fresh out the pot, they say I'm smoking hot. A slim dude with a couple of tattoos. They call me foolish cause I act a fool. When you need friends the most, they'll get ghosts. But when you got it all in your face like, yo, I'm trying to make something shake with food on the plate. If you hate, then we can't relate. This is destiny, dog. This is fate. Time is now. No, I can't wait. OMG, the boys coming hard. Been on fire, they call them shining stars.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome y'all to another episode of The Foolish Show. I am your host, F to the Ish Foolish, representing reality music entertainment, representing Broward County, Florida, Fort Lauderdale, stand up. I appreciate y'all checking in tonight, man. Y'all know how we do. We have a good time on The Foolish Show. That's how we get down. And if y'all haven't done it by now, make sure y'all go ahead and get my album. My debut album is out right now on all platforms. Foolish, Acting the Fool. I appreciate all the love and support, man. Y'all know how we get down, man. We're going to get this party started. I'm going to start letting all these guests in. I'm going to bring in my first guest, Malachi. Let's bring him on in.
My fault. What's going on?
What's going on, big homie?
Hey, man, I'm chilling. I appreciate you for having me.
Man, go ahead and throw me a bone, man. Let me hold something.
A bar.
Throw me a bone. Throw me a couple of dollars. You got it?
Couple dollars. I'm trying to get like you. I ain't got it like that yet. I don't be like when I be making music and shit, I don't be lying, saying like I got money and shit. I be saying I'm broke. I'm broke as hell.
Yeah, hey, we all trying to get there, brother.
You know what I'm saying?
How you feeling, man? How you feeling? How you living?
Man, I'm good right now. Like everything cool. I gotta go to Indiana tomorrow for work. So I'm like leaving. I'm in Colorado right now, but I'm straight. Life is good. How you doing? You straight?
Man, hey, can't be no better, brother. I'm blessed. I'm here talking to you, so I'm blessed.
Amen. Amen. Same to you.
Hey, boy, why don't you go ahead, man, and introduce yourself to the world. We live right now on The Foolish Show. Tell them who you is, where you from, what you represent, what you got going on.
The show. What's up, Foolish Show? I'm Malachi J to be precise. Came from Sacramento, California. I bounce around a lot for work, but I be chilling. I make music. So I got these projects I'm about to drop, like 4 songs a piece. I already got an album out or a mixtape. But yeah, right now I'm just kind of trying to grow my brand and find some fans. Honestly, like I don't know. I'm kind of here.
And that's what we here for, man. We trying to get you out there. I'm gonna help get you out there. So go ahead and tell everybody where they can find your music at, man, so we can support you.
Hey, it's on all platforms at Malachi's Malachi space J. All platforms, YouTube, all that stuff. A lot of the stuff I got on my Instagram I ain't put out yet, but it's dropping in like August, so it's coming.
That's what it is, man. The grind don't stop, bro. Grind till you shine. That's the motto, homie. Grind till you shine.
Man. Yeah, man. That's it.
Man, let's keep the party going, man. Man, I got another special guest in the house, man. Mr. Building, y'all, live in the flesh. What's going on, big homie?
I'm good. How you living?
How you feeling?
I'm all right. Started off by giving my publicist, Miguel Cruz, Forever Publicity Firm, shouts out.
One love to Miguel, man.
Yeah.
So why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to the world, man? Let them know who you is, what you got going on, where we can find you at.
Got it. Ernest Taylor. My name is Ernest Taylor. I'm running for U.S. Senate for California. The federal position. Actually, it's the position that Kamala Harris left. So,
wow.
Yeah, U.S. Senate. There's a lot of big things, hopefully touch on today. Topics like police reform, justice reform, immigration, decriminalization of all minor drug use. There's different topics, so we can do it today.
Hey, I appreciate that, man, and my fans will enjoy you, man. They're gonna enjoy this show tonight, man, because this is my first time having real life senator, y'all, running for Senate. So I'm blessed, man. I'm glad you took the time to come on here.
You got it.
So is there any way we trying to support you, man? What can we do to support your movement? Where we can find you at?
So the first thing is you can go to Taylor, Taylor for California, FOR California. That's Taylor for California.com. And check out the issues page. Check out what we're doing. It's a lot of big things, a lot of big changes, a lot of big movements I'm trying to get into. My social media links are at the top, so you can check it out. Definitely join. We're looking for volunteers.
You have to support them.
Even if you're not from California, you might know somebody who knows somebody who's in California. So every little bit helps.
And that's what's up, brother. And I'm gonna do my best to support you, man, because I love to see my brothers trying to make a change. You know what I'm saying? That's why I started this platform. I wanted to create change and give people an opportunity to showcase their talent and their business. So I'm all about giving.
Word.
I appreciate you. And I have another special guest in the building. Official Big Head is in the building. Let's see where you at. Mr. Big Head, where you at? What's going on, fam? Get your volume right. We can't hear nothing. We can't hear you. Check your volume. You might got it on mute.
What's his name? What is this guy's name?
Official Big Head. He's a rapper.
Official Big Head. Looking like Kevin Samuels Part 2. I'm looking for the thing to start spinning around, man.
Hey, that was a good one, yeah. Official Big Head, we can't hear you, man. Get your volume right, man. We're trying to bring you into the party. We can't hear you. You might want to log back off and log back on. Or what you on? Try to get on your laptop. But anyways, we're going to keep the party moving, y'all, while he get his technical.
You hear me? Yo.
Oh, there you go.
Hear me now? It says work.
Okay. We got him in the building. We got Mr. Official Big Head in the building checking in. What it is, big homie?
Hey man, how y'all feeling, man?
Man, listen, man. We all blessed, brother. We all here. We all living. We can't complain.
Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate you having me on game.
You already know what it is, fam. Once you go ahead and tell everybody, man, who you is, introduce yourself, let them know where you're from, what you got going on, where they can find your music at, all that good stuff.
Hey, look, so I'm official big head. I have my music everywhere, all platforms streaming. Just like official big head, you ain't gotta search nothing else.
And where you from?
I'm from Chicago, South Side.
Okay, Chi-Town in the building.
Feel me?
Checking in. I appreciate that, man. That's how we do, man. We show love all over the world. I don't have guests from every state you can name in every city, man. So I show love to everybody.
You got that echo going on.
Turn your background down, big head. Turn your background down.
All right.
Okay, we good. We good. We're going to go ahead and get this party started. We're going to get this party started. The live chat is wide open, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all share this video because we're going to have a good show tonight. I don't want nobody to miss it, but they can always go on YouTube and rewatch it. So we're going to touch on a lot of things tonight. Y'all make sure y'all like this video, man. That's how we get that message out there. But we're going to go ahead and stir the pot up. Let's get into it. I want to know how everybody feel about nowadays. Do y'all feel like these young men, these young ladies, do you feel like is there any role models left?
A few, but they all like I feel like they were all blacklisted.
Hey, that's a good point.
What you mean by that? Like by role models being black? You saying role models is blacklisted?
You saying what I said?
Yeah, what do you mean by that? You said they all blacklisted?
So I'm gonna elaborate. So what I mean by that is you got to think about the Kendrick Lamar's, the J. Cole's, the Nas's, the people who really make a point in music, who was hip hop before this generational hip hop, you know. All them artists,
got you.
even though they got their own fan base, their own stream base, they blacklisted.
Right.
Meaning they not in front of today's crowd. They not in front of today's crowd. Like they not mainstream for us. You have to go search them and look for them. They not trending topic. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean by blacklisted.
Because most times the kid's gonna look up to whoever's around them and who's in front of them.
Right. What's showing? What's trending?
Yeah, what's in their environment.
So if I don't wake up and see you on TV, if I don't wake up and see you doing this, then you ain't trending. So I can't feed off you.
Real talk.
I mean, also, I mean that sounds like a really broad statement as far as like, you know, people to look up to and whatnot. You got like political figures, then you have father figures and mother figures and whatnot. People to look up to, but like, you know, to keep a happy home. Like he touched on artists and rappers and whatnot. So, I mean, do we have them? Yeah, but it just depends on what genre you're talking about, what area, what section you're talking about.
Yeah. I was thinking, well, I mean, I'm thinking there's like lots of role models. If you're thinking like big role models, such as like artists and stuff like that, but like every day, like for instance, you got like football coaches, you got basketball coaches, you got people like that. You got
mentors.
Yeah, like mentors. There's role models in everyday like life and society.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess like the influence from a lot of what people see on social media kind of like it makes the younger generation kind of uncoachable in a sense. Because a lot of them don't want to listen. They want to learn the hard way, myself included. Because don't get me wrong, I'm younger. I do want to learn stuff a lot like the hard way instead of listening to people. But I'm kind of like getting away from that. So I think that's kind of like an answer to your question.
But like Mr. Taylor said, it is different role models. You got politicians, people like that. But the thing is, Mr. Taylor, these kids, you know, they ain't looking up to that. They gonna look up to the dudes that's gang banging, got the tattoos on their face, and that's whatever's trending. See, if they don't think you cool, they're not gonna follow you.
Yes, I mean, I think it's more a breakdown of you being who you want to be. So if your role model, would be you want to be in the industry. With social media, we all have role models. We all have people that we can pick from and see their life, and then go onto their YouTube, their Instagram,
Right.
follow them, boot camps, whatnot. So,
Mhm.
yeah, I think there's role models compared to back in the day when we didn't have all that. I think today we can really advance. Like my role model right now um, like say one person is Tony Robbins. So Tony Robbins would be the motivational speaker, and so I
Right.
went to one of his courses, and the way that his life, how he struggled and surpassed, and now he's like, I mean, he's probably like one of the richest dudes out there. He's like one of them. You pick out who you want to, you pick out who you want to be your role model, and model what they've done, and you do it.
Yes, sir. Well said. Whatever lane you trying to follow, you take that role model and you try to follow that blueprint.
Yeah, probably the main thing is just teaching the kids how to do that, though, because they don't know how to do that. They look around their environment and they see what they see and like what they like. So I mean that's probably one of them.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody made some real good points. And like we said, there's role models out there. It's up to the kids and it's up to the people to follow whoever you want to follow, like Mr. Taylor said.
Absolutely.
So Mr. Taylor, let's get into this reform, man. Let's get into this criminal reform, man. What can we do, man, to change this system? Because all us on here are African Americans. And a lot of us don't have bad experiences, man, when it comes to the system.
Yeah. So like one thing, a little quick story, a little background. When I was growing up, I had we were playing basketball and we had a cop come down playing with us or whatnot. Playing basketball, we got a good relationship with him. So it kind of gave us a little more respect for police. And then one day my friend came down and he seen us playing basketball with the cop and he was like, "Yo, that's the dude that was harassing me." So one day my friend's walking down the hill and the same cop pulled him over. And you gotta think, like we was like 12 and 13, and he just pulled him over, started messing with him, and messing with him for like 30, 20 minutes, whatnot. And the cop was like, "Yeah, you know what? I had a slow day. I was bored. I apologize." And but it was just crazy that that had popped up. So
right.
To answer your question, I think one of the things we're trying to do right now with police reform, and then prison reform, and then there's sentencing reform. So with police reform is get rid of qualified immunity, recertify and decertify officers, add more mandatory training, and de-escalate. More training with de-escalating with possible special needs.
Right.
People. Yeah.
And all that is needed. All that is needed. You have to retrain them, man, because some things can be avoided. My thing is, even if it comes down to you have to use force, you can use force without killing someone.
Yeah.
It's called shoot them in the leg, shoot them in the arm.
Well, that's problematic. You don't really believe that, though, do you? Shoot them in the leg?
Shoot them in the leg.
All right, so here's a scenario. Yeah, think about it too. Every rule was established because somebody was over abusing it. Somebody was abusing that rule, so they used to do that back in the day. But people was getting shot for no reason. They was getting shot for no reason. Wound up being handicapped. Wound up, having this long-term problem. So they changed that. Now they said only shoot if you need to kill the person. And if you have to shoot, you don't just do one shot or just try a flesh wound them to slow them down. So we really don't want that, though. We really don't want telling the cops.
But they shoot now out of fear. When they get scared, that's a quick thing. The first thing they do is pull the gun when they scared.
Yeah. Correct. So I think it's more so just training on de-escalating. Also, body cam, and then stop giving them so much credibility in court. We already know that police be lying, so stop giving them all the credibility in court. And getting rid of qualified immunity is one of those things where if it does happen and something does happen, well, we can go after your insurance company. we can go after your insurance company, and that way, you know, if each officer has their own insurance, it's going to get more and more expensive for the department to keep them on. They'll have to, you know, pretty much just get rid of them.
Exactly. You got to make them
Yeah.
start feeling it because they've been getting away with it for so long. They're like, ain't nothing going to happen to me.
Yeah. I mean, that right there, you know, prison reform is just, you know, more so. So my cousin got out, and he was, you know, so basically, he was saying that the jobs that they're learning in there don't really transfer in the civilian world. It may be somebody that works on AC, you know, AC, air conditioning. And so they're using these certain air conditioners that are not used in residential homes. And so when they get out, they're not really able to even transfer into a job. So now they're not employable. So it's really giving them you know, better training.
Yeah, that's well said. They really need that, because if not, then a lot of them are going to go back to what they used to do.
Yeah, let me get two more. I'm gonna get you guys' opinion on this. See if you like it or not. So there's one in privately owned jails, and then when we talk about sentence reform. So here's a big one also. So this is a big one with sentence reform. So what I'm proposing is, let's say a Hollywood executive in LA gets arrested for is a felon, gets arrested for having transporting a loaded weapon. So it's like, let's say it's a 3-year jail sentencing. A regular person, same thing. First time, a felon, first time transporting a loaded weapon, but the Hollywood person, the Hollywood executive, only gets a year probation and a fine. The regular person will get more, you know, harsh sentencing. So I'm saying, let's make it to where if you look back maybe 15, 20 years, and if you find apples to apples to where somebody else was given a lesser sentence, then you can base that, and that's the most that they can do to you. That way you take the power from the DA. You know, the DA always trying to hold stuff over you and force you to sign deals, even though you didn't do it. So you know, all you gotta do is have a lawyer find, you know, a case that's very similar to yours, and that way you're not gonna get that 3 years. You don't have to do a plea bargain, whatever, because you know the maximum that they can give you is the lightest term that somebody else got, and that excludes like, you know, like murder cases and whatnot. Excluding that, everything else, you know, we can put that on the board.
Listen, that's well said. I like how you put that. And we think about this right here. Richard Sherman. You heard about Richard Sherman, who just got arrested. You know, he was just released without bail. Now, imagine that was just a regular person.
Yeah.
You're going to cough up some money.
Yeah. 20,000 for lawyers. You know, lawyers are crazy, especially in California. So what you think about that, Big Head?
Big Head went back mute again. Big Head, check your value, man. You done went back mute. Malachi, how you feel about that? What Mr. Taylor said. If y'all just joined in, we got a special guest, Mr. Ernest Taylor, running for U.S. Senate. We're going to support this brother. We're going to get him in that seat over there in California.
Just based off of some of the things you said, like with the whole Richard Sherman thing compared to like a normal person, or like how executives can get off based off of lawyers. I mean, I don't know if you could change like privatized fees for lawyers. You know what I'm saying? It's like if they charging this much and they can afford that, how are you supposed to fight that? Like as a regular person. I mean, besides like having I don't know if you can somehow push forward a law or like some kind of thing where it's like, hey, I want all sentencing to be like kind of even. Like if you do this crime, no matter if you're convicted or guilty of this crime, you doing this amount of time. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think that's something you can do. Well, I don't know if that's something you can do. Let me correct myself. Also, with like professionals, like obviously Richard Sherman is not going to spend a weekend in jail. You know what I'm saying? So that's just kind of is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You can. I don't really know how you can go about fixing that, but it'd be interesting to see.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think about the plan that Mr. Taylor has laid out?
Hear me good?
Oh fuck. I think it's interesting. Is it feasible is the question. Like, is it something that can really be done? Is what I'm looking at it from my perspective.
Correct. I mean, like, yeah. So the main thing with that is pushing it out there. So let's say Alex Padilla is the person I'm going against. So Alex Padilla he's not really trying to help out the way I'm trying to help out. Like, he might more hands off and let's figure it out later on down the line and not buck the party or whatnot. But if you don't get anybody to put the legislation in effect and try to get it in there, it's never going to get passed. Right. And so, you know what I mean? So these type of things I'm saying is not really far-fetched. It's not far-fetched to see how a regular person can get can't afford $12,000 for a lawyer. You got to mortgage your house to try to get a lawyer because you can't afford one. And
you playing, right? You playing, right?
Yeah, we got you now.
You playing, right?
Nah.
You say it should be average for somebody to have $12,000 for a lawyer?
No, I said it's not far fetched to see how people don't have that money. They don't have the 20,000 because they got a big criminal case going on, and then they get out of jail with a small fine or with a fine or whatever.
Right.
So as far as like getting the legislation passed, is first baby steps. It's first getting that first foot in the door, and then putting it out there, and then speaking to Republicans, Democrats, like, yo, you guys wanted the black votes, right? So this is what we're doing. It's almost like the like the contract with Black America.
That's one way. You want to know the black way of doing it? To crash the system. Everybody go to trial. They can't afford it. For everybody who fighting the case right now, if everybody who locked up, think about how many inmates they got in the world. If everybody fighting the case right now go to trial, the system gonna collapse. They can't afford it.
Then they start doing private prisons. Then they start making the system out, making a business out of it. Because if you can't afford and you can't get that release, they just everybody fight it. Now that case, instead of being like a year away, it's gonna be 3 years away, and you're gonna be in jail for 3 years.
Right.
You can't get out. You can't get that bond.
And they collecting off you.
See, the thing is, I like Mr. Taylor saying, you want to get the ball rolling. You got to have a starting point. So he trying to get that ball rolling.
Yeah, but they getting paid for you while you sitting in there.
Exactly. That's why that's why they're gonna keep you in there for 3 years, because they got everybody fighting it. Under your scenario, they got everybody fighting it. We're gonna push it back, and you're just gonna stay in here a little bit longer.
Everybody pockets gonna get fat.
That's a fact. Hey, so Mr. Taylor, let me ask you a question. How long do you think it would take until you, with the plan and you're putting the ball in motion, right? How long do you think it'll take until this plan that you have is kind of like set in stone and it's kind of something that's feasible or not feasible, right? Something that's going to be like fixed, something that's concrete and is gonna actually happen.
So the election is the first election is June 7th. The final election is November 9th, 2022. So in 2023, I would be sworn in like beginning of 2023. So from there, it's really just about getting it written up properly, and then submitting it to the committees and pushing to get it passed. Now, if you look at my website, my main thing is we cannot walk alone. Like, we are not going to walk alone, and that stems from Martin Luther King's speech. Exactly. And so that's my whole process of trying to put the muscle, because they're not going to do nothing unless we lean on them. So my whole thing is let's lean on, let's get everybody together and put it through. And if it gets, if they pass it up and we like that, we'll look at it next year. Well, next year is way too long. So I'm basically coordinating with all the grassroots movements, and let's lean on them to vote on it. Vote yes or no. Put them to a stance. Because nothing's gonna get done, even if I get in there and then there's no support from the grassroots movements. How can things get done? We all got to make sure this happens. That's one of my top three issues right now is census reform, immigration, and forcing all fast food restaurants to only serve plant-based meat within 5 years.
So Mr. Taylor, let me ask you this:
How
how do you feel about what's going on right now in the state of the world? Like, you're looking at Cuba, you seen the president in Haiti got assassinated. How you feel about the climate? What's going on in the world right now?
Well, I think we have to change how we even deal with these countries. First off, why are we helping all these countries that are treating their women or LGBTQ community so horribly, you know? So if we don't help every single country, but we help out a lot, and we help them with a lot of money. There's a lot of I mean, I think I looked it up. The numbers are off, but I think it was like 100. Was it like 300 million or something like that? 300 million we give the Dominican Republic. I've been there, yo. Like, I don't see the money. Where is it being spent? I don't see the money, but I know these politicians are making like crazy. They're making over 100,000 a year. So the average person over there is making like $250 a month. And I mean, it's a bad scenario. So I think we really need to just look at how we're helping these countries.
Because we gotta help us ourselves first. Look at we ain't got it good over here. It's a lot of people struggling. It's a lot of homeless people. So we have to take care of home first.
Exactly. Streets in Chicago is crazy. Chicago got the worst street.
Man, look here. You couldn't pay me. You couldn't pay me to live there.
I'm talking about the hoods though. I'm like, I go through the hoods.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The hood.
Right. And you go to the nice areas and they streets looking right. So, you know, like you said, we gotta take care of home. But if we are going to help these other countries, why are we not making sure that they're, you know, women can't drive? Like, women just started to be able to drive in what was that, like Pakistan or something like that? They just started being able to drive. You know what I mean? So these countries that are women
drive in 2021?
Huh?
In 2021, they just allowing women to drive?
I think this was 2019. They had just started doing it.
Wow.
So it's like these countries that are oppressing. Like, we're gonna stand for women's rights. Let's stand for women's rights around the world. Let's stand for LGBTQ rights around the world. For these countries that are killing people because, you know, they're with the community. They're with their community. So yeah, I think fix was here, but then if we're gonna help other countries, we should be leaning on them also to right the wrongs.
I agree, brother. I agree.
Yeah.
Big here, y'all. How y'all feel about it? What's going on with these other countries and what's going on in the world right now? They go Big Head again with that volume, y'all. There you go. We can't hear you, Big Head. Malachi, go ahead.
I think that for reform purposes, for like LGBTQ, like women's rights, things like that, there's a lot of issues in other countries, and yeah, that's like, I feel like it's almost like a scale kind of. We kind of have to balance out why we're in those countries and why we're helping. I think there's, and I'm not 100% sure, don't get me wrong, but there's probably like some kind of big military strategic plan for why we're over there, right? Like maybe we're helping out some country in Asia because China's right there. I don't know. That's how I feel about it. And I mean, do I think we should be helping those people out? Are they like corrupt politicians or something like that? Of course, there's corrupt politicians. Not saying that you're gonna be one, Mr. Taylor, but like, you know, you're going down that route.
He's gonna represent for it.
No, for sure. Of course, it's corrupt politicians. Can that be fixed from like my level? Maybe not. Maybe Mr. Taylor can do something about that in the near future. But I don't think that we could. Me personally, I don't think I really could do much about what's going on with them corrupt politicians and why we're in each individual country. It's just kind of like it is what it is type deal, especially from my perspective and like how I think I can affect that situation as a whole.
Big Head, we waiting on you, Big Head.
I'm trying to see why this thing keeps saying, y'all can't hear me for real?
You good now.
That's that Metro
Hear
PCS
me for
internet.
Big
Y'all can't hear me for real?
We got
head,
you
what
now.
you stealing somebody Wi-Fi? You don't stole somebody passcode?
Man, y'all can't hear me for real?
No, you
We can hear
we
you
got
now.
Even my mic thing saying it's jumping, saying it's picking it up. I don't know why y'all can't hear me.
we
Yeah.
can hear you now though. So how you feel about what's going on in these other countries, man?
It's a lot of stuff going on everywhere, man. Like you can't. I mean, I can't say. I don't know, bro. We got to work on one place at a time. I say you on your home first. We got to work on our city first. You got to understand, in these other countries, it's actually legal for them to do half the shit they doing. I mean, half the stuff
Right.
they doing. It's legal
Right.
for it's legal for them. So we'll have to come, like you say, on some get into the political act and really get you feel me, straighten it up that way. Out here in our city, this going on in the streets. We got to clear this up first. We got control of this.
Yeah, we gotta help the hoods right here.
We got control of this. We got to change this. And if niggas start thinking different in the hood, nigga, we will have more hands to help. You feel what I'm saying?
So how do you think we do that?
Man,
How do you think we clear that up in the hood?
Right.
You got it's step at a time. You gotta okay, right now, you gotta it's not everybody ain't woke enough to understand what the government doing. And I feel like personally, he putting everybody, not everybody, but he putting people that think fast money and quick come up in a spot right now to ruin their life for the long run. You feel what I'm saying? So it might look good right now, but if we get everybody on the path of thinking longevity and to ignore what he giving us, because he giving it to us. He giving it to us. I mean, it's hard not to accept it when he giving it to you. You feel what I'm saying? But we got to be thinking different. We got to think.
There you go, Mr. Taylor. There you go.
That's crazy.
Big head, you keep getting hacked, man. Somebody hacking you over there, man.
Right now, Kevin Samuels will be playing that music right now. Person just talking and talking, having a whole conversation.
We can't hear you again, big head. We can't hear you again, man. The devil working
Somebody
with
don't
you
like
over
you
there.
today.
He playing with you.
Somebody don't like you today.
Yeah, the devil busy tonight. But Mr. Taylor, I gotta take advantage of like me having you on the show, man. There's a lot I want to throw at you. You know, I got a lot of questions.
All day.
So let me throw this at you. I want to know, what is your plan for families to get people back living comfortably? Because you know how the pandemic has caused everybody to struggle.
Yeah.
The government has gave us stimulus checks and all that.
There
But
you go. But it's gonna go back out. I know it is.
You know, 1,200, 2,000, all that. That's not gonna change nobody's life. That's gonna go to the rent man. That's gonna go to your mortgage, and you right back at home.
For real. That's a fact.
So if you get in the chair, what is you gonna do for those people over there in California to make sure that everybody can be able to eat and live comfortable?
Let me ask you a question. This doesn't answer your question, but pre-pandemic to like right now, do you make more money now than you did before the pandemic?
That's a good question. I would say
no.
You don't?
Nah. But it
Nah,
made
a lot of
everybody
people
get their hustle
it's
on, though.
worse.
It made everybody get their
It's
hustle on.
actually worse.
Yeah,
It's actually
yeah.
worse. I'm talking about for people who actually had shit. I mean, stuff going on in life. If you had real businesses going and you had some real stuff going on, this pandemic just ruined your life for real.
So you guys are the first two that told me that you haven't made more money post-pandemic than pre. Like you said, everybody's hustling. Everybody, like a lot of people that I talked to who weren't really in the stock market, they're trading stocks. They got the hustle. They still, you know, if they're not working that job, you know, they actually make more money. They actually make more money but they had to hustle. So I think that's just us being Americans. Like, you know, when our backs against the wall, I done had many times where I I didn't have, you know, money to buy food. You know, my nephew was at his uncle's house. I really didn't have the money to send his uncle or whatnot,
Wow.
you know, for my nephew. And I went out and wound up, you know, by the next month I was up. I was up at least 600 from what I was the month prior. So I mean, like as far as like, you know, helping businesses and whatnot, it's like one of the things that like I'm with the Bernie Sanders team when they try to talk about like basically socializing power, like making America or California 100% energy efficient. And so the amount of jobs that's going to create is substantial, and pretty much just training and making sure that people in high school know these are the type of careers you need to get into and the full path, because they really don't have a pathway to even know how to transition. And when they graduate, all they know is I'm gonna get out, get some roommates, and I'm gonna get a part-time job over here. I might go to school. They never enroll, and then they just, you know, living life by the seat of the pants. So it's basically starts off in high school. I think it starts off in high school, just getting that pathway, like the pathway to citizenship. You need a pathway to life.
I agree.
So look, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we got
So we all know that there's a such thing as an economy balance, right? Right. So there's a certain amount of money that they dish out and a certain amount of money that they shred and get rid of, right? So we know that the Treasury do this. So we know that it's a balance like this, right? Now, for real. So we know that this go on like this, right? So basically, all the people that's making extra money through hustling and all that, how fast is they making it? And what is they making it through? And do they got businesses, real businesses going on? Are these real business people that's making this extra money? Or is it just people that weren't making extra money in the beginning that's just making some extra money because of this loophole?
Yeah, I mean, I look at a real business as something that you could walk away from for, you know, 6 months and come back and it's still there. And the whole time that you're gone, it's earning the money, you know, earning that money.
My bad, I thought somebody hit my car.
Where do you live, man?
Man, I live in the suburbs, but
oh my
it's
God.
no better than the city, man. It's no better than the city. And I don't drive nothing raggedy, man. I got something clean, so you ain't finna mess me up now.
Yeah, put them cameras outside, yo. Put them cameras outside.
Yeah, man. Hey, what you gonna do?
I do. It's a camera right here, but I ain't got it on because I'm doing the live.
Yo, Keith, and look, Keith started in the comment section say, you know, they made more money too. There's a lot of people out there, a lot of people that made it.
Yeah. I mean, money. I would say I did probably. Yeah, but I did see something, because, like I was telling y'all, it really gave me time to start my business and do what you see doing right now. I created all this during the pandemic.
Yeah,
because I had all the extra time.
But you started a business, right? Look, you started a business. You created a business with resources that you probably was hard. It was hard to reach at first, right?
Right.
I know a nigga. I mean, I know a person.
You can't say the N word. You're gonna get cut off.
Hey, they're gonna cut them off. They don't even want you to get that out. They don't even want you to get that.
It done censored you, man. We can't hear you.
We can't hear you again, big head. We can't hear you again.
As soon as he said the N word, it was over. When keeping it real goes wrong.
I'm trying to tell you.
They don't want me to keep it that thorough, huh? They don't want me to keep it that thorough, huh? Look,
yeah, they said we gonna get him.
Yeah.
Hey, so as the pandemic hit, man, his business went bad. All his businesses, he actually had to start finding resources to hustle. It was different. So now, since all his money was invested into real businesses, he had these businesses for 10 years, 10, 15 years. He got to go resort to, like you say, hustling. He got to go hustle now. But his mentality is not hustling. He been a businessman for 10 years.
Got you. How you feel about that, Mr. Taylor?
Yeah, well, you know, like I said, not everybody. But like even with people that had businesses that went down and whatnot, I think it's a way that we're basically gonna get back. So like how let's say what is it, man? I think it's like homes. So basically there's a fluctuation with the home prices, and it's gonna go up until it peaks, and then it's gonna shoot down during a depression eventually.
Right.
And that's when you want to buy, because it's gonna go back up. So with the businesses, I think once we get a hold of what's going on with the virus, basically the businesses that were there can, if they came back, the revenue will be about the same. Because everyone's basically get hired and still shop at those stores. So I think it's just a plan of making sure that those businesses have the leverage to reopen. Then we have the jobs. Then we have the spending coming through.
Yeah, but the economy gonna be struck by then.
You said the economy is gonna be struck?
Soon as he want to get his point in, it always mute him.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like every system can't be 100%, but I mean, I know a lot of businesses applying for the PPP loan, and
right.
So that's I'm hoping the person that you spoke about apply for that, and and it's helping them through the turmoil.
But another big problem right now that we facing, Mr. Taylor, is by people for that whole year was basically being stuck at home. Now it's hard to get people to get on these jobs because they don't got comfortable sitting on that couch.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's another thing we facing.
Yeah, I think that's what they're doing. They're about to turn it down. So if you was getting 1,000 every 2 weeks or whatnot, it's going to be 500 every 2 weeks, and then weed you off of that. It's like a drug. I mean, free money's dang near like a drug. So I think that's the government's plan already. It's to weed everybody off and then get back to it. If you got that extra money on your food stamps, they start shutting it down more and more, and it's not just a brick in the face. Then your back's against the wall. You have to come off that wall and get back to hustling.
We got another special guest gonna join us, the Mr. PR man himself. Miguel Cruz is in the building.
Thank you. How y'all doing, man? Hey,
how you doing tonight, bro?
What's up, E? How you doing? Doing good, man. I'm actually on vacation right now. I'm in Atlantic City. But my clients, they don't know I'm vacation. So, well, now you know.
Now they know.
I worked on my vacation, man. So, but I'm here. I just want to come and check. I got about 10 minutes to burn. So I came out here until I'm with my lady up and go from there. But I'm here.
You didn't already told yourself one time. Don't do it again, man.
Hey, tell him, Mr. Taylor, hey, you might want to plead the fifth.
He's smoking on a cigarette.
Right. Oh, listen. Wait. I said I was on vacation, right?
Right.
It's not just gonna be a cigarette, okay? All right. We don't play.
Oh, you big boss. You boss status right now.
Man, y'all already know. All right.
Yeah.
Man, I'm trying to get like you, man. You ain't give me no invite, man. You left me.
Oh man, hey. Matter of fact, I had no idea I was coming. I'm actually only out here because my son he passed kindergarten. He's a first grader now. So I brought him out here, because I'm proud, man. Look, Black excellence. It starts. It was a very hard year for him because, it was the first year, the whole remote learning type of thing.
Right.
So also it was the first year for him he's ever been to school. I don't know if you heard, but now they're actually giving the option. They passed that bill where kids can repeat that same grade that were struggling. God bless them, man. God bless the parents. They won't go through that, but I'm proud of my son because, man, even though it's his very first year, I'm talking about no pre-K, 1, 2, none of that. First year in kindergarten, and he passed in the first try. Oh yeah, baby, you deserve vacation at AC. Okay.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So that whole thing for him is so like kids who had to go back home and do the homeschooling, and it's an adjustment period where they're not used to it. So your son, this is just this is normal for him.
Oh yeah, exactly, man. I'm kind of scared because he adjusted so fast. So now he can't wait because mind you, he's never ridden a bus before. He's never been in person, with different kids his age and all. He's never done any of that.
Right.
The only thing that saved him was, he's like the youngest of a lot, as far as cousins and nieces and nephews. So he's like the baby. He's only 6. He's only 6, but everybody else is like 9, 11, 13. So he got to grow up a little older. Like his vernacular is crazy. You know what I mean? Like he what he said the other day. He said he didn't say can you understand? He said can you comprehend, Daddy? I said wait, what do you know about comprehend? You know what I mean? So
right.
I'm definitely a proud dad right now, man. That's what it was, man. So moving on to bigger and better now, man. Just pray for me for first grade, all right? That's all I'm asking you.
Oh yeah. You better get ready. You better get ready.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Well, Mr. Taylor, while we on that subject, what about education reform? Any plan on that?
Yeah. So in education, what I like to see with that is the kids that are struggling, with D's and F's, because you really can't even use a D at a certain point at 10th grade to go to universities. They don't include a D. They only include I believe it's sometimes it's a B, but C I believe is the lowest. So if you're if you're trying to get your kid ready for the universities,
right?
Basically you can retake classes in the summertime. We know that. What I didn't realize once my nephew graduated was he had more grades that needed to be retaken because he had he graduated with 3 Ds or 2 Ds or whatnot, but he went to summer school for one of them. So basically just trying to get it to where over the summertime you can do some courses online that doesn't put more weight on the shoulders of the teachers, because the teachers already have a lot of stuff going on. So it's basically trying to make sure that they can do stuff away that can get them to graduate and graduate with better grades, maybe a half a grade or whatnot. Another one is financial literacy. Financial literacy in the high schools. If a kid is close to graduating with let's say he wants to bring his grade up a little bit, let's get them in a program where they can learn financial literacy on their own time, and that way when they are finished with it, it bumps up the lowest grade and gets them to be able to complete high school. That prepares them for college and for life just in general.
Right.
Yeah, that's well said there, brother.
So what we're all learning right now is we don't know anything about credit. We graduate and we're not really established to figure out how to business credit or personal credit. Authorized users, you got the whole line, the whole breakdown, and we find out that later on in life once we got told no 3 or 4 times and we apply for different things. Now our credit shot. Now we're trying to come up. That's the problem that we have in our community, is we're not finding out until we've already hurt ourselves. So exactly. So that's one of the things I'm looking at for with education.
Great point.
Hey, can I expand on that real fast?
Go ahead, Miguel.
Because it's funny, and listen, E. Hey, that's E to me right there. That's my client right there. That's E right there. And he's right, because listen, I don't know anything about credit until Credit Karma sends me that alert. It says you better check your credit.
Exactly.
Okay.
It was already bad.
Right.
It's already bad, yeah.
Right. So so we have to be proactive for our credit. But besides that, let me get a shout out to Mr. Ernest Taylor, because I'm very proud of what he's doing. Speaking of which, we have another connect for you. I want to announce it. Is that okay with you guys?
Yes, sir.
On your show.
Yes, sir.
There's the one of the issues that that Ernest has. He's a vegan, and we actually just pulled some sponsorship out of Atlanta. It's a vegan restaurant. So that's some big news right there. So
Man, that's excellent news, brother.
yeah. So I'm proud of what he's doing. I'll give you the information. Give me like Tuesday, Wednesday. Let me recover from my so-called my staycation. Okay. And then we'll talk about that, man. But I'm just proud of him anyway, man, because it's hard, man. Being in politics and being a black individual that's in politics.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know if he told you. I don't know if he told you guys, but the same seat that he running for is the same seat that Kamala Harris.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why it's an honor. It's an honor for me to have him on this show and let him use this platform, because I want everybody to support this brother.
Exactly. And he just has he has a gift and a talent, man. He's just so laid back. He's real, and we don't really get to see that. We get to see, the fake people. We get to see people that want mass incarceration, those people. Okay.
Exactly.
People that don't reach, they're not in tune with the struggle. Not the struggle, but the struggle. You know what I mean?
Struggle.
Yeah. When it comes to our community. And he's even though he's a politician, to me, he comes more across as a community activist. Okay. And guys, listen, I know you feel me on this one, because I always wondered why, when it came to community, why are our people policing ourselves? And every time we try in the past, from Black Panthers to Crips and Bloods, they always want to go after us. But
exactly
now that that Ernest is actually he's actually taking the political route, we can't be stopped. You know what I mean? I look at him as he's like a mixture of John the Baptist. He's half John the Baptist and half Jesus Christ. So we have to do everything we can, and just pull these strings. Anybody we know in Cali and say, listen, we got a real one right here. So just for him to even be running, and being part of that, and the fact that he's even on the fullest show right now, that's love right there. This is where it starts at. So, man, kudos to all y'all, especially you, E, man. We got this, baby. Let's get this rolling.
Man, we got this. We're gonna get him in this shit.
Yeah.
Let me double up on that also. So another thing that I knew a long time ago, but I just looked up was lottery. So with the lottery, they promote that the money that you're getting from the lottery, that from the winnings, from whatever state it is, goes to the schools. Right. It's pretty much a lie. It's pretty much a lie. Because what happens is the money that the state gets, the money that the state collects from the lottery, it goes to the school. But then, so say if the state has
look how big it is.
Let's say it's 500. Let's say it's 500 million, right?
Right.
That they're already approved to give to the schools and spread out however they do it. Whatever money that they get from the lottery, they basically put it into that amount, but the schools won't get more than that 500 million. And then the basic state just takes that money and it diverts it to other programs and whatnot. So the schools and the teachers are basically losing, and it's not really helping them. It's not really helping them. So I definitely want to see, that money go to where they told us it's going to go to the schools, and not try to save money so they can do something else with it. Now put it to the schools, put it to the kids and the teachers.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Big Head, go ahead and join in, man. I know you got a lot of stuff to say. Go ahead and join in.
I can't hear him.
Here we go. There we go with Big Head. Here you go with that mute.
I see his mouth moving, I can't hear him.
Right. He's trying to get that volume right. We can't hear you.
The way his hand was moving, I thought he was about to use some sign language.
We can hear him now. We can hear you now.
It's just, I don't know. Now I ain't know that. He just put me on. I never knew that they claimed that they was giving the money from the lottery to the schools, man.
Yeah.
They is robbing us out of our education, the future. That's our future right there. So yeah, they robbing us out of our education.
Yeah.
Well said. I always wonder when they always said that, the lottery, they donate this amount of money to all the schools and all the kids, but you can't see it. I don't see it.
Right. Yeah. I think there was a news reporter that did someone in Texas. Basically, it was in Texas. It's on YouTube. But it's a crazy scenario. But yeah, like you said, there's a lot of different things we can do. And what I'm doing is is going to the school boards and getting their input also for for their unions, and just trying to make sure that we come up with something that can actually help them, and bring that maybe to the other states outside of California.
Right. That education should be the most important thing nationwide.
Yeah.
Facts.
That's a
Like
fact.
Big Head
That's a
said,
fact.
that's the youth. We have to get them when they're young and steer them in the right way. Give them guidance.
Yeah, if we don't do it when they're young, they're gonna be set in their ways already. Everybody gonna be on another mission.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, look, fellas. Listen, man. I appreciate the platform, man. Shout out to Fuller. Shout out to D. Shout out to you, E, man. You do your thing, man. Hold on, wait a minute. Everybody, A, B, C, D. Shout out to all the letters of the alphabet.
We got the alphabet on right now.
Hey,
He got his alphabet. He got his alphabet hat on. Huh?
Hey. Well, I'm Miguel Cruz. Just call me C for short for the C for Cruz. All right. So,
Yeah.
appreciate you having me, man. I love your platform. I'm gonna have some more guests for you in the future. E, keep doing your thing. Let me give you an update. In a couple of days, man. And man, let's keep rocking, man. Black excellence at its finest. Let's go, guys.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
Miguel, I appreciate you, man. You family to me, man. You like a cousin, so
Y'all already know. Y'all already know, man.
Matter of fact, before you go, I'm gonna give you a big round of applause, man. Give you a big round of applause.
I got two. I appreciate that right there for sure, man.
Hey, man, you stay safe over there, man. Go ahead and relax.
Thanks, man. Y'all too, man. I'm gonna try to win some money. If I come up with the slides, I'm gonna send y'all a little something. All right.
Oh, I'm gonna send you the cash app now.
For sure.
I got y'all, man. Y'all be easy.
All
Hey,
right,
one
good.
love, bro.
All right.
All right, what?
Yeah, but that's so yeah, touching back on that, yeah, I definitely think that the problem that we have as a people goes back into high school. And so in talking to the teachers union, and the school administrators, basically try to find a way to to help it out. Am I frozen? I think I'm frozen. Y'all look frozen.
Let's get his connection back right, man. Big head don't spread stuff on all over now. Mr. Taylor, can you hear me? Mr. Taylor, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, Big Head, he don't spread that internet curse, man. He don't spread that curse. So we got shut down a little bit.
I was just thinking that too, man. You don't want nobody to live.
I don't want to take up too much of your time, brother. I know you're a busy man. I just got one more thing I want to discuss with you, and this is real deep to my heart, because I'm tired of, in the communities, man, especially where I live, where I'm from, I'm tired of seeing these babies getting shot and killed and all this violence, man. So what are we going to do to try to make it safer for these communities and these neighborhoods, and let these kids be able to live in a safe world, man? I know violence ain't gonna never completely be gone.
Yeah.
How can we just slow this down? Because I'm tired of seeing these babies getting killed by stray bullets and everybody killing each other, and I hate you and where you live, where you from. how can we bring some kind of peace, man, into the community?
You know what? That's a hard question, man. That's especially being from California, like LA, and I'm not from LA, I'm from San Francisco, but you know, like LA is more gang affiliated or whatnot, and then the Bay Area where I'm from is more just turfs and blocks. I mean, so you know, there's little networks. But man, I think, you know, once again, that might just go back to the education. If you don't see yourself doing anything or living past 23 and you're 19, you're not really going to try to make nothing of yourself, especially when you're already affiliated.
Yes, sir.
You know, see, if you're already affiliated and life is not going to be about nothing, then you might as well go in and be 100% of what you're doing, and that's what they're doing. And you know, just try to find a way to transfer that energy, because if they know that they can live to 30, they know that they can live to 60. And they're like, once again, here's a pathway to doing more than what you're doing, so you can, you know, take care of your family.
Exactly.
I spoke to a guy that was saying that he didn't want to join the military, and he was limited in what he could do because he had to help take care of his sister, take care of his mom and his sister. You know, as unfortunate as that is, I mean, I don't know the guys, I don't know 100% of his information, but that might not be the truth. There might be another way to go about that. You know, I mean, maybe, you know, join the military and then take guardianship of your sister. She lives with you, and now you guys, the military is paying for you guys to have a house, off base or on base, or even on base where she's out of the hood. You know, she's out of the hood and whatnot. You know, so there's different ways, you know, to maneuver to make things happen. But I think it goes back into the, you know, starting from the beginning, and that's even with police interaction, and police violence. I mean, I really think it's a whole wave that we have to generate, starting from the conception. So basically, you know how like your parents might say this and that happened back in the day, and right now we're thinking like, well, I've never seen that, I can't really relate to it. So you know, if we look at a 30-year time span, or like maybe even 20-year time span of correcting police interaction with the community, our grandchildren and whatnot won't even have that experience. They won't even have that distrust or that hate for the police, and so their whole population will come through like, well, we've never seen that. You know, we like the police. There's nothing wrong with the police. They're our friend right now. You know, we hang out with them.
You made a great point. I never thought about it like that.
Yeah. So, you know, once again, like, you know, if you support Black Lives Matter and the, you know, Hispanic Mexican, you know, revolution, you know, let's make it happen. And so that's really what I'm running for. I'm basically, my campaign is running on the false promises that they've given us. So all the stuff that, you know, the politicians, they got politicians that found out about what's happening with pensions. That happened with pensions, where companies were basically giving these pensions, these umbrella pensions, to the CEO and different people that come on board, right? And so these pensions might materialize to be I don't know, let's just say it's $50 million by the time that they're out. And it might be like 5 years. It doesn't have to be a long time.
Right.
So now they have that person's pension, and then they have all the employees' pension.
Wow.
So they'll really, the main problem is the CEO, the president, whatnot. And so they'll go bankrupt. They'll basically shut everything down, kill everybody's pension, because they can't afford that one deal that they made. And so a lot of times that person will still get their pension, but the damage is done. Now everybody lost their retirement. So you know, it's just stuff like that. So basically the committee that was responsible for checking that and fixing it, they pretty much shelved it. You know, you got lobbyists trying to stop everything. So I mean, the theory is that the lobbyists paid them off and basically stopped anything from happening, and now nothing's happened pretty much, you know. So it's stuff like that. It's stuff like that. You know, the false promises that they've given us is what I'm running on.
Listen, brother, everything you said, man, you were giving me chills just now. You made my hair stand up on my arm, man. And you absolutely right. It's time to put up.
Yeah.
Y'all been saying too much for too long. You've been making too many promises, and nobody ain't coming through and helping nobody.
Yeah, backdoor deals. I don't know what's going on. These, these
Getting their palms
politicians.
greased. Getting their palms greased.
You know what? I mean, a lot of it is just staying in office. It's so nice. It's so luxurious.
That's
They
true.
get so much time off. They not. It seemed like they sacrificing what the votes for what they should be doing right. And so like I think Alex Padilla, well, he's Hispanic, and so his outreach, like in LA and in California, a lot of times, like about 48%. It's almost like Obama, right? So let's say we got Obama. Black people voted for Obama mostly because he was black. A lot of them was just because he was black. Like, we're gonna get the first guy up in there. So so a little story about about when I was in the military. I got out and they had something called Transitional Assistance Program, TAPS. So basically there's a black guy and a white guy, and they were basically showing us about our military disability and how to get it, how to apply for it, whatnot. And I'm sitting there, and I'm like 21 years old at the time. I'm about to get out. No, what? My bad. I'm like 23. So I'm about to get out, and I see the white dude was giving us all kind of game. He was like telling us, "Yo, ABC, and this is how you got to do it, and you got to say this because you really had this problem, but X, Y, whatever." So then the black guy goes after him, and he talks to us, and he's like not really doing the same thing. But I'm, when I got out, I'm like, I'm gonna roll with the black guy because I'm gonna try to support our people.
Yeah,
and,
right.
Yo, that was the worst mistake. That's
And you know what they say now? Be careful with your folks.
Hey, now that was the worst mistake. That's the worst mistake. Sometimes it's like trying to like keep it, support the black people, so on and so forth, and black businesses. Yo, I mean, honestly, that's the worst mistake you can make sometimes, especially with things that affect the trajectory of your life. That dude did nothing for me, man. He was. I come in the office, he see me, like fill this out, and then lead me to the wolves.
So not trying to help you elevate.
Not trying to tell me nothing, man. Not trying to tell me anything. I should have went with the dude of European descent. So basically, man. So basically, with this right here, like what I'm telling a lot of communities is, yeah, Alex Padilla is Hispanic or whatnot, but he ain't rolling with you. He's not gonna ride with you when it comes down to it. He's a career politician, and it's cool to have somebody, one of your people in office, but you really want to go for the dude that's really empathetic what's going on, is not trying to stay, not trying to just sacrifice everything just for some votes.
Exactly.
Like if you look
in the trenches, who come from the trenches.
Exactly. Yeah, you want somebody that's going to come in there and actually make some changes that's going to really affect you, not just legislation that's cool, but we can't see it or feel it. And we want changes that we can see and that we can feel.
That's real. You know what I mean? Real. Yeah, that's real, man. Listen, you have shared so much knowledge with us tonight. I know my fans are going to appreciate you. And like I said, from this point on, I'm going to make sure I bring you up on every episode, and we're going to try to help and get you in that chair, because what you stand for, you really stand for the people, and you came from the struggle, so you know how it is. You're not going to get up there and forget about everybody else.
Yeah.
Get that chair and then it's forget everybody else. I'm comfortable now. I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't got your vote, so I'm good.
Yeah, I'm between LA, San Francisco, the Bay Area. You come out, let me know. You can get my contact information, whatnot, from Miguel, and it's all good. It's all good.
I appreciate you, man. I got to, and I will do that. And if anything I can do, brother, because I'm in South Florida, so I'm in Florida. So anything you need me to do down here in Florida, I got your back.
Well, the one thing, like Miguel was saying, like, definitely, your audience, if you know anybody, basically like media attention is the biggest thing. If you know the journalists or just, celebrities or anything like that can help bring attention to the stuff, it would definitely help the movement right now. Because, the Democratic machine is really just shutting anybody. So here's another thing. All right. So this is what I just found out too. So when you're running for office, say like they have campaign firms and whatnot, people that work with you. So if there's a Democratic incumbent, and say I'm a Democratic also, but I'm not the incumbent. If I'm running for office and I'm trying to get a campaign firm or company to work with me, if they do, the DSCC will not give them any businesses ever. They'll basically blacklist them. So what they do is they kind of corner the market, but you can't get anybody that might be better like Alex Padilla was picked by Gavin Newsom, so they're homeboys. So he picked his friend.
So they like this.
Yeah, exactly. So now he may not even be the best person. I mean, it might have been a female. It might have been X, Y, Z. But what they do is they lock it down, and they basically threaten these people to say, hey, if you try to come against any of our incumbents, you'll never get any more money. And so everybody just, we can't help.
Yeah, right,
So
right. And that's messed up.
Yeah, that's a big one right now. Just media attention right now.
So basically, they blackballing people.
Yo, it's crazy.
That's crazy, man.
They know how to keep their money in their pocket. I'm not lying.
Man, you giving me so much knowledge. All this stuff you sharing with us tonight, I had no idea all this go on behind the scenes. Yeah,
it's big, and like Miguel touched on the plant, the plant-based meat is a big movement. It's a crazy big movement. A lot of supporters with environmental like just with the environment, to help the environment, and then you have animal rights activists.
Right.
So, from the slaughterhouse and the way that they're doing that X, Y, and Z, water conservation, basically the diseases that we're getting from the meat that we're eating. So all this stuff can be avoided basically by promoting the plant-based meat. They have like 5 years, give them like 5 years. So then you got I'm in office in 2023. By 2028, these companies already know what's happening, and they can make the taste of the meat or whatnot even better. Because if you think about it, it's only in its infancy. It's only been around for 2 years, the plant-based meat. So even if you don't like it, it's only been around for 2 years. So you know what I mean? So this is 2021, and 7 years from now, the technology and everything will be there to make it even better. And it's look into it, y'all. Look into it.
Man, that's real and that's deep. See, all this stuff, it never crossed my mind. Now you getting me to open up my mind.
Yeah, heart disease, cancer. We all got somebody in our family that had cancer.
Exactly.
That thing is second to the coronavirus.
Listen, I lost all my aunts and all my uncles. I have none left on my mom's side, and all of them died from cancer.
Yeah, that's crazy. You looking at Sebi, Dr. Sebi?
Yes. With all this natural herbal stuff.
Yeah. Have you tried it? I never tried it.
I never tried
it. Try it out. Yeah, do it for like a month. You can try it I did it for 45 days. I ate nothing but alkaline, my water, my desserts, my food. And it's a lot of time cooking. And whatnot. But man, I lost 47 pounds in 45 days. And I didn't work out. I worked out one day, I injured my shoulder, and I didn't do it for another month and a half. I lost all the weight. I didn't necessarily feel any different, but I ate a ton of food. I ate as much as I could for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and the food was amazing. Wow. So try that out, for at least a month. Try it out.
So what about the rumor? I heard a rumor that they said now all his products has been tampered with different companies now. They don't add they little stuff in there now. It's not really
I haven't heard that.
I was looking at his documentary on YouTube, and his family was saying don't support that stuff because now the people who hands is in, they add their own little stuff in there.
You mean the Dr. Sebi official website?
Yeah. I was watching the documentary. They got it on YouTube.
So yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah, I mean, I haven't heard that. I know when he was alive, he would always adjust the list of food you can eat based on the quality and how they change producing it. So I mean, you definitely have to talk to the website or whatnot. But I mean, I basically did it, yo. I did it for 45 days, and it was cool. It was good. Alkaline water. I only drink alkaline water. Like right now, regular water tastes horrible. Like bottled, filter, whatever.
Once you start drinking that.
Yeah, if it's under alkalinity of 7, I can't drink it. My body won't take it.
Wow. Man, I gotta try that out, and I'm gonna share that with my audience, man. Y'all, we're gonna try that, Dr. Sebi. We're gonna try at least for a month, like you were saying.
It'd be a good trial, man. A good trial would be to try. Okay, so they say that they can cure cancer, right?
Right.
Sebi's family. So would it be a good trial? You know, have a sign off waiver with somebody that has like stage 1. Like my aunt passed away with I think it was like stage 4 cancer, but you know, have somebody that's in the early phases or whatnot, and then have them on a like in the facility, have them in the facility. It could even be like a house or apartment or whatever, and then have people that, you know, help them out like nurse aides and whatnot. But then only let them eat alkaline food. Only let them eat alkaline food and alkaline drinks, whatever. And you know, however long it takes. I mean, they would know if it's 6 months, 5 months, and then see if they
anything can help now, because look how many people are still dying from it. So we got to try something different. Yeah.
But can you imagine like the change that would make, like actually doing a controlled study like that? Controlled study where we know 100% of what they're eating, because like in an independent living or assisted living home, they provide the food. So if that person only eats this type of stuff, whatever, and does the healing treatments that Sebi's family promotes, and they get better, oh my gosh.
Man, that is a great idea, Mr. Taylor. And they need somebody needs to do it. And let's see what happens.
Exactly.
I don't know how many lives we can save.
I'll be interested in it, man. You know, I was thinking about something like that. I don't know the legality of it, you know, but if I'm able to divert, you know, because like say senators, well, California senator gets $3 million for staff and office and whatnot. And so if I was, you know, even like to divert some of that for like a personal study or whatever, you know, the salary 100, I think they make like 176,000 a year. So even diverting some of that money, or just like a special program that you put in place to find out, can we, you know, is there a way to actually cure these diseases, and put that in, as far as like, you know, how they have like legislation, everybody wants to add something into it so the price gets bigger. All right, we'll add that into it. Add a control study like that.
That's a great idea.
And then make it public.
That's a great idea, brother.
Yeah.
I pray that happens one day.
It should. I think I don't know. I mean, you know how politicians are, but I think we should definitely try to get it going. And you know, we can't do it alone. Like I wouldn't be able to do none of this alone. I would need everybody's help. And that, you know,
exactly.
That's the whole thing. You know, exactly. You know, so yeah, let's try to get it done, man. Let's try to get it done.
Listen, y'all. If y'all just tuning in, make sure y'all rewatch this episode, because this brother here, I'm telling you, he's all for the people, and his heart is in the right place. That's the key thing. His heart is in the place, and he's for the people. And I want y'all to please, if you know anybody going, let's help get this man in the chair. We need him in the Senate, y'all, because he's going to make real change from the prison system, education system. He's going to come with something different, y'all, and it's time for something different.
100. Yeah.
We can't keep driving down the same road. Let's start making some turns. Mr. Taylor, I appreciate you, brother. Any last words, anything you want to say to the people before I let you go?
Yeah, can you hear me right now?
Yes, sir.
All right, yeah, the screen frozen. Okay, cool. Yeah, so go to the website, taylor4forcalifornia.com. Check out, you know, sign up, volunteer. There's a input for your name, your email address. At the top, there's a donate button. Definitely donate. It said staff, basically like 100%, like 99.9% of every dollar is going to staff, and is going to get the movement going. I'm actually self-funding my campaign $50,000. So like everything helps though. Everything helps to try to get it going. And what it is right now, no one really has any momentum. So no one really has any momentum except for Alex Padilla, who's the incumbent. So, you know, as long as I can get the momentum before anybody else starts to get that traction.
You gotta change that.
Exactly. Yeah. That's how we get it going. And you know, brown and black, Asian, Caucasian, whatever, man, let's make it happen. Donate to the
Y'all
cause, yo.
donate. Y'all please donate to Mr. Taylor. Let's get him in his chair, y'all. He's putting up his own money off rip, so that should tell y'all something. So y'all, let's help his cause, and best believe, brother, I'm gonna sign up and donate to your cause. I got you back. I appreciate you taking the time. It was an honor to have you on here, man. And you're a good man, man. And now you give me a lot of things to think about, and I'm gonna be able to share everything you told me. I can share it now with my audience, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. There's a lot of information out there. You know, let's stay connected.
Listen, I'm gonna get your info from Mr. Cruz, and I will be in contact, brother. And I wish you much success in the future. I can't wait to see you in that chair. I'm gonna feel like a proud man.
Yeah. We do another
celebrate.
interview. Hey, we definitely gotta do another interview and come back and retouch on it.
Hey, it would be an honor, man, if you would give me your time to even interview you again, man. It would be an honor.
Yeah, 100%. You got it.
Y'all support Mr. Ernest Taylor running for U.S. Senate over there in California. We're gonna get him in his chair. Ain't nothing like him, y'all. I'm telling you, this man is for the people. And I salute him. I appreciate him. And he got some big planned for the state of California, y'all. So we're gonna support that movement. Make sure y'all donate to his campaign, please. Anything counts. We're not telling you how much to donate. Just donate something, whatever you can. Yeah, Mr. Taylor, it was an honor. Anytime you need me, I'm here for you, brother.
Yeah, thank you. Nice meeting you too, sir.
All right, have a blessed night. You stay safe. You and your family, everybody. Much love.
Yes, sir. All right,
one love. Yes, y'all. We had a great show tonight, y'all. I was honored to have Mr. Taylor on, because he is for the people, y'all, and that's the key thing, man. He made I'm telling you, he got my hair standing up on my arms right now from the stuff he was saying, because I've been waiting for somebody, man, to come along and really try to help the people. Like I was saying earlier, you get a lot of these people, they say you get your vote, and then you'll hear no more from them. They forget about the hood, they forget about everywhere. And this brother has a plan. Saying it all makes sense. And I can tell he's not all about talk. He's going to put it to action. We just got to help him get in that chair. So y'all support his movement, Mr. Ernest Taylor. Y'all look up his website, rewatch this episode, get all his info, and spread that love. Anybody you know in the California area, make sure y'all vote for Mr. Ernest Taylor. You heard it from the Foolish Show. I co-sign. So y'all support that movement. I want everybody to stay safe. And before we put the kids to bed and we end this episode, I always like to end this episode on a good note. So on that note, y'all know my routine. I don't want to offend no one, so I always tell you don't have a religion. If you don't believe in God and Jesus Christ, you can go ahead and out, because I like to always end my show with a good prayer. With all that being said, let's all bow our heads. Heavenly Father, I thank you for another night. I thank you for another day. I ask you to protect us, Father, and guide us. I ask you to keep us safe, Lord, and protect us, me and my peoples and my family and everybody else's family, Lord. I ask you to bless Mr. Taylor and his family. I ask you to bless my audience and keep your hands on them, Lord, because you have all the power and you know the way. We know, Lord, but I ask you to forgive me for my sins and touch my heart and allow me to keep doing these positive things and to help as much as people as I can. And I ask you to just keep guiding us, Father, and help the kids and guide them to a better place, Lord. And let's eliminate this hate and fill their heart with love, because I always feel love is the answer. I ask you to protect me again, Lord. I thank you for letting me see another day, another night. Protect everybody that's out there watching. Protect their kids. Protect their family. Protect anyone right now and heal them, Lord, that's got any kind of sickness, Lord. If they have the cancer, corona, anything, Lord, Please touch their body. Go in the hospital right now, Heavenly Father, and lift them up out their bed. Have any aches and pain, Lord, I ask you to touch their soul and allow them to feel good again, Father. I know you have the power. I know you are the way. We believe in you. I believe in you with all my heart, Father. In your name we pray. Amen. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate everybody that's showing this show a lot of love and support. Without y'all, it wouldn't be no me. I'm not no me person. This is not about me. This is about us. That's why I created this platform. I want all of us to share this. That's why I invite special guests on. I have entrepreneurs on. I have artists on. Because I know it's hard to get your stuff out there. So if I can help people, I want to do my part. Because to me, it's not where you're from, it's how you come. That's my motto. As long as you're doing something good, as long as you're doing something positive, I'm going to support it. We just don't support no negativity, and we don't support no hate over here. My motto is, let's give everybody their flowers while they can smell it, while their heart still beat. So I ask y'all I want y'all to get 3% better. Y'all know what I tell y'all every time. Let's try to get 3% better each day in your life and try to become a better person, whether it's a better parent or a better worker, whatever it is. Try to get 3% better every day, because you know change just don't happen overnight. It takes a little time, but work on yourself and always try your best to uplift somebody. Give them words of encouragement. Sometimes it don't take money to help somebody. Sometimes you can help them by words of encouragement. So with that being said, I appreciate y'all. I will be back on the air once again. You can check me out Monday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. The Foolish Show. This is the realest podcast show out right now. You're not going to find too many shows that's just going to keep it real like this, y'all. What you see is what you get. Nothing is script. This is not love and hip hop. This is not power. This is all real. What you see is what you get, y'all. So I appreciate y'all. Y'all know I love y'all. Everybody stay safe. Y'all catch up with me. Y'all know how I get down. Monday Night Madness, 8:30 p.m. on The Foolish Show. Monday night. So tell your friends, tell your family, tell your baby mamas, tell your aunties, tell your step cousins, tell your boss. I want you to tell everybody to watch The Foolish Show, because I always have special guests on. We always talk about real life stuff. This ain't one of those shows where we just sit up here and gossip about people and talk about everybody's life. We talk some things that's important. So I appreciate y'all. Y'all stay blessed. And once again, I want to shout out Mr. Ernest Taylor. I appreciate him. And we're going to get him in that office, y'all. Y'all support that man. He's a great guy. He's a good guy in my book. And we're going to try our best all the way from Florida to make sure he get in that chair in California. I wish him nothing but much success, y'all. And please support him. Donate to his campaign. Look up his website, because he got something good coming, y'all. So y'all stay blessed. Have a good night.